Hey everyone, you may have played this game called Breakout in Google and it's pretty fun. So today I decided to make it with Python and Pygame. I had a lot of fun making this project, although sometimes things weren't that fun at all. But anyway, let's get to work. I started by making a script that will create a screen with a width of 800 pixels and a height of 700. Then I made a class for the ball and added a method to render the ball with a border around it. And just like that, we have a ball on the screen. I also updated the background color to a more grayish color for some reason, and then wrote a few more stuff to the class of the ball, and now we have the ball moving. I wrote a few more scripts for the walls, and these scripts are going to be removed within a few minutes probably. I am not gonna show you what I did after adding the walls because it's quite hilarious. My plan was to somehow figure out whether we have hit the horizontal walls or the vertical walls, but actually none of them worked. Okay, I'm just going to mute that audio for you guys because honestly, I didn't expect myself to talk that much. What I just want to say is the way I did collisions is by putting a rectangle around a circle which had a side length equal to the diameter of the ball. I then placed two more rectangles in a cross shape. Now if you want to know whether the ball has hit horizontally or vertically, we just need to check which rectangle had the collision. That's it. Now let's get back to work. I wrote a few scripts for the ball collisions, and I didn't use the method that I told earlier because I'll be using it for the blocks. So I didn't use that. Instead, I used basic collisions for the ball because there is like only three rectangles, so I can do that manually. And just like that, we have the ball bouncing off the screen. Next, I added a small rectangle at the bottom. This is where the ball hits and bounce off. I again changed my mind and removed the walls and do the collisions with the coordinates of the ball and the screen. I then worked on a class for blocks. Blocks are basically a list of rectangles with the same color which are placed at the same y coordinate, and the block class has the list of all the rectangles, and this makes it easier for us to render the blocks. Also, the main file there is a list of block classes, each representing a row. I used the method that I explained earlier, so I started by making two rectangles and then placed them in a cross shape. Then I wrote a few lines of code for the collision, and we now had a sort of an unpolished game. So my next step was to polish it. So I started by adding few more sets of block. I just chose the same color and decided to change it later. Also, I removed the rectangles from the screen. Those rectangles, the cross shape, and now we had a basic breakout game. So yeah, that's how I built the game. I had ideas of making this a little bit more fun. Right now it's just following a set rules. Like game physics is different from real physics. It has a little bit of randomness to it, but yeah, I thought this is enough. So yeah, that's how I made the game, and I'll see you all later.